Hi guys, we have here with us a bit of a unique car. It's the Jeep Wrangler that's heavily modified by the Chelsea Truck Company. They're known for their iconic designs and they've made some very tasteful mods in the past. Probably for the last 20 years. They started with the Range Rover Sport, and in the last 5 years they've been doing a lot of Jeep Wranglers, and it's made these Jeeps quite popular and sought after as a result. So to start with, the car has this phenomenal anti-chip paintwork, which looks great during the day but also at night as well. It's also fantastic for off-road driving as well, as it's very hard to chip this paint or scratch it. So it's a very rare paintwork. I've certainly never seen paintwork like this on another car. And I think it's opened my eyes that it certainly should be done on some other cars as well. And I think the paintwork alone on this car cost £10,000. That is in the end of the modifications. It's also got the Khan body kit as well, which gives you these arches at the front and at the back. And then we'll have a look at some of the other mods that are in the rear as well. The other mods to this car is obviously this bonnet, which is actually really aggressive. And the front bumper is not stock either. This is also a modified part, so it gives you a really aggressive look. The other modifications at the front are the light bars, which I can demonstrate because they're incredibly bright. There you go. So our cameraman Andy nearly got blinded, so I've turned them off. So this is a very functional off-roader. So we'll go around the back, and whatever angle you look at it, this car is very aggressive. I've taken the front roof off as well, so if you're thinking about going shooting or off-roading, you can go in and take your aim and do your thing. So the car has, I don't know, many uses. That's just one of them. The previous owner absolutely enjoyed it. They did about 25,000 miles in it. Their kids loved it more than anything because it's just an exciting car, high on the road, and yeah, a lot of uses. And the doors are also, they feel really good, a bit like the G-Wagon. So it's got an incredible feel to it. The car sits on these massive tires, so this car isn't just built for show. It's actually a capable car that can pretty much go anywhere. The fuel cap, as you can see, has got the designation of the Chelsea Truck Company, which is done quite nicely as well. And it's got a quite nice sound to it. Coming around the back, the rear window is tinted. It's got a car cover from the Chelsea Truck Company, and the other massively noticeable thing is the quad exhaust, which I think looks really good, especially with these fins on the inside. Gives it a really aggressive finish. Obviously these are very practical cars, so starting in the boot, massive amount of space. So the panels that I took off for the roof, the front ones, you can store them at the back comfortably, so you don't have to worry about leaving it anywhere. And this window at the back opens as well. You got these bars here on the inside because this is, after all, a proper Jeep. These panels at the back come off as well, but they just take a bit more time. On the inside, the car has this custom interior which is finished in this really plush, soft leather. That's stitched quite well as well, and you can see this got a very high class finish because it has been used, a car, and you can see the leather hasn't deteriorated in any way. And you've got the Chelsea Truck Company designation in the middle as well, and there's plenty of leg room, so whether you have adults or kids, they will not complain of the space. And I like the look of these front bucket seats, which we'll have a look at in a second. Having driven this car over 100 miles now, I find it very comfortable, and also, they're not oversized, so it makes the car on the inside look lean, whilst it looks mean on the outside. The pedals are also custom pedals, which are the Khan pedals, so again, it gives you a good feeling. And yeah, the sound system in the car is also upgraded. So you've got an additional speakers at the back. So when this car, the music is on, it's actually pretty incredible, very, very loud. So you can essentially have a party with the car, inside the car, outside the car, no limitations in that regard. And other than that, from factory, these come with quite a decent spec. You know, you've got your cruise control and you've got this leather steering wheel as well. And these panels take about 3 to 5 minutes to take off. So very, very quick. Now that we're finished with the interior, we're going to take it for a drive.
My business partner, Ali Zaheer, did the main core review of the spec and what this Chelsea truck is all about. I think it's an absolute statement car. I'll be driving it now just to tell you about what it feels like. Is it comfortable? Does it drive well? And how that automatic transmission feels like. I've taken off those front panels there for 2 reasons. One, just to get a feel for what it's like driving one of these, because you could literally take the whole of the rear panels as well, and I think it just gives it such a stunning look and a feel to it. Let's get behind the wheel and drive it. Firstly, it's really nice being able to come up so high to sit in a car. I think it just goes to show and just give you that feeling of, you know, this is something totally different just from how it feels looking at it, sitting in it, driving it. And even the sound, I know it's a V6 engine, but it still sounds marvelous. Key in the ignition. It's just a lovely sound from that V6 engine. And great to know that it has parking sensors and they work, very important on a car like this. One thing that is surprising is what a small car it is when it comes to the width of it. We were parking it inside our premises through these barn doors that we have, and in no way, form or shape did this feel like it was too wide or too big in any way, form or shape just to get it in. At the same time, this is a perfect size, you know, off-roading vehicle, and the Chelsea Truck Company has done an exceptional job. They're an exceptional company, and these cars, they hold value really well. The automatic transmission feels comfortable, feels good, just very, you know, the gear changes are extremely seamless. And having all of this roof at the front taken off gives it a marvelous feel and a look to driving this. And then you obviously have the LED front lights, the LED bar at the top. Just the small attention to detail all over the vehicle makes it such a stunning car. Approximately 8 months ago, we had a customer bring a manual version of these into the dealership, and it was not spec'd as well as this, both from factory and both from the Chelsea Truck Company. And to me, that was stunning. And this is probably ultimately the best spec vehicle that came out of the Chelsea Truck Company. This customer that traded this vehicle in purchased it in, from memory, October 2019, and she theoretically was the second customer, and the first customer. So in total on the V5 it would say 3 owners from new, but the first owner from memory were the Chelsea Truck Company. You know, when they purchase it, they register it under their name for VAT and for tax reasons, and then they sold it to the first customer. It came back to them, and then they sold it to the second customer. Just sitting inside of it and just reflecting and thinking to myself and just enjoying the moment and enjoying what it has to offer I think it's an absolute privilege. It's an absolute privilege. I'm mincing my word just simply talking about this. It's a lot to take in, and I love the black on white. Sorry, the black on red combination in the vehicle as well. I think it just gives it a very stunning look and a feel to it. And the paintwork, that in itself is something very, very special. To truly appreciate it, you need to see this beauty in real life. And from a modern gadget point of view, you've got your USB connectivity, your aux, mobile Bluetooth connectivity, and I mean it's got everything that you need in a modern day car. I mean, this isn't, when you think about it, how old this is. It was first registered very late 2018, so it's still, you know, under 4 years of age. And it takes off really well. I mean, as soon as you touch that accelerator, we're between 3,000 to 4,000 revs per minute. We're doing 45 miles an hour. Just a very smooth takeoff. There isn't any sort of real delay driving this. And I think when you've got something like this, it is an absolute must to have the auto transmission, because you know, you buy to look good, feel good. It's a bit of a statement car. The last thing you want is to have the hassle of manually changing gears, especially, you know, something like this if you're going to be driving it in and around of, you know, a city like London, Manchester, or wherever they may be. But you know, whoever buys this is a truly lucky and a fortunate chap. And for me, it's been an absolute pleasure being able to drive this, and just overwhelmed by the occasion of sitting behind the wheel. Thank you very much for watching the video, for, you know, tagging along the length of this video, and I hope, you know, you've enjoyed this on the screen as much as I've enjoyed it on my side.